constantly. Dr. Grant is the worst best doctor of all time. He's the best because he fixed everything. Before I met him, I had a condition called precocious puberty. In other words, my body turned on the puberty system way too early. I was 6, but my bones were 10, and my hormones were teenage, and my body was about to stop growing. At 6, I looked like I was 11. Now I'm 11, and I still look like I'm 11. That's because of Dr. Grant. But Dr. Grant is the worst, too, because even though he's a genius, he's also a jerk. Usually when I come to these visits, I barely have to see his face. He just pops his head in and gives me a thumbs up or an all good while one of his nurses administers my shot. But today, once the shot was over, we were sent to wait in his office. Mom swivels around in her chair while answering my question.
Well, it's been a year since the last time we had a consultation with Dr. Grant.
I look up, alarmed. That long? A year ago, Dr. Grant said that because I was 10, it would be okay if I stopped the shots and let my body go into puberty. But I didn't want to, and Mom was particularly overwhelmed at this time, her words. She was pregnant and throwing up every day and worried about how I'd feel when the baby was born, and Calvin, my stepdad, became someone's real dad. So, when I said I didn't feel like I was ready for a period, the whole conversation disappeared like magic. But I don't want to go through puberty now any more than I did a year ago. The shots hurt, but puberty would hurt worse. And TBH, Mom doesn't seem any less overwhelmed either. Mom throws her phone into her purse and turns back to the door.
I swear this man is always late.
Is he going to say my treatment is over? Do I have to start puberty? I ask. There's a tremble in my voice, but Mom must not hear it. She answers like it's no big deal.
I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
It's time to be done with these shots either way.
No way. Can't say that. Over my dead body. Can't say that either. Wait, what? That's what I say out loud. Of course, at this exact moment, Dr. Grant opens the door and mumbles a hello. My heart is hammering in my chest, and my hands are sweating. If we stop the shots, that means puberty, boobs, crushes, periods. I don't know if I'll ever be ready for all that, but I know I'm not now. Being a kid is hard, but being a woman is harder. I see that every day when I watch my mom try to just live. If I go through puberty at 11, I'll be a kid in a woman's body. I'll be two hard things at the same time. No way, not happening. Dr. Grant sits heavily behind his desk without looking at us. He's tall and white with pale skin and short gray hair, and he's always frowning. He opens a file folder and starts up his computer. He clicks a pen against the palm of his right hand as he reads. Eventually, he says,
I'm happy.
As if we asked.
Oh?
Mom says.
Look.
He nods at his computer even though it's facing him and we can't see it.
She's grown again.
He never says my name. He calls me she and then looks right from his computer to my mom like I'm not even there. That's part of what makes Dr. Grant a jerk face.
She's almost a foot taller since we started treatment at age 7.
Dr. Grant is always talking about this part, and it is a good thing. Precocious puberty would have meant I stopped growing way too young.
She'll be about 10 inches taller as an adult because of this treatment, Mrs. Franklin. It's remarkable, really.
Dr. Grant says. Reason number 2, he's a jerk. He never calls my mom by the right name.
Ms. Franklin.
Mom corrects him. When my mom divorced my dad a long time ago, she kept his last name so that we would still match. When she married Calvin, I didn't want to be the only Franklin in a family of Bogles, so Mom said that instead of taking Calvin's name, she'd take mine. That meant she kept her last name Franklin, but dropped the Mrs. part. That made me feel special and important and close to Mom, and actually, it still does. Now, Eloise lives with us, and her last name is also Franklin, and Mom and Calvin named the baby Gladys Franklin Bogle, so it's actually Calvin who's the only Bogle in a family of Franklins, but he promises he doesn't mind. A lot of decision-making went into our last names, so it's important to Mom that people get them right.